Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrew. So I know my 2 videos ago, I think I posted a book haul, and I normally don't even post book hauls, but I got so many books for Christmas. Literally, this is me trying to live. This is bigger than the screen. I can't even, I think I have 14 or 15 books. Literally every single person in my family got me books for Christmas or something book related or a Barnes & Noble gift card. Y'all, it does not feel like Christmas here at all. It is 80 degrees outside and we had a winter storm 8 months ago. It makes no sense. This state makes no sense. But anyways, so I'm just gonna tell you about all these books that I got for Christmas and what I know about them. And I will try to leave a link to every single one in the description as well, so you can check it out further if I don't give you a good enough explanation of what the book's about. But I will tell you whatever I do know about it. They were all on my wish list, which was amazing. So nobody bought me the same book, which was also amazing. So it worked out perfectly. So let's get started. So first we have The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, who also wrote The Night Circus. I have read The Night Circus, and The Night Circus was a 3-star book for me. But I still really want to read this because I heard it has a gay romance, and it's about a boy who discovers himself in a book, and then people are after him and they're after the book, and I don't know, it sounds intriguing. I like Erin Morgenstern's writing. I don't think I like it as much as other people, but I know some people who didn't. I don't know, it seems like some people like The Night Circus, but they don't like this. Some people like this, but don't like The Night Circus. Some people don't like either one. Some people I don't know. So, I just wanted to give it a shot, mostly because of the gay romance. So, I don't know. We'll see how I get along with this. I'm interested to find out. There you go. Next, we have An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. Honestly, this cover is so beautiful, front to back. So I really hope I like this because I love this cover. But from what I understand, this is an urban fantasy in New York where people every certain amount of years they have a contest, and then whoever's in charge of that contest is running the government basically for these magicians. I don't really know much else about it, and I'm okay with that. So I'm telling y'all, this cover, the video is not doing it justice. It is stunning in person. So I really hope I like the book. Moving on. Next, I have The Inheritance Trilogy, which she is thick. This might be even more pages than, how many pages is this whole thing? It's 1,500 pages, so that's 500 per book. So I have actually read the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, which is difficult to explain what it's about other than saying it's post-apocalyptic fantasy, high fantasy, and there's lots of, honestly, that whole book went over my head. So why did I also get this, and why did I also have this on my wish list? I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to maybe reread the 5th season physically because I did it all on audio, and maybe that was a bad decision by me, and I possibly just don't like high fantasy. I need to admit that to myself, but I'm not willing to admit it to myself yet because there are some of my favorites of the year that are high fantasy, which you will see later. But is N.K. Jemisin my favorite? I don't know, because she just really, I think I'm just too dumb. But this series, I don't know a whole lot of people, but I know some people say they like it better than the 5th season. I think I can name one person. But the first page of this book is very interesting. It talks about a mom trying really, really hard not to give birth to her daughter. So I'm intrigued already. I don't know. And I have the whole trilogy here if I want it. So there it is. Next up, I have His Dark Materials Trilogy by Philip Pullman. So this is on my radar for so many reasons. This is apparently a Paradise Lost inspired trilogy. This also is one of Cassandra Clare's favorite trilogies. I have never seen either adaptation. I've never seen the Golden Compass movie. I've also never seen the HBO show. I do want to read the books first. All I know about this is that it's about, I think, Laia the main character, and everybody has animal companions that are called daemons, and I think they can I think they have powers, or you have powers, or I honestly don't know, and I don't want to know. I also know this is steampunk, and the only real experience I have with steampunk is the Infernal Devices, which I love, and the Legend of Korra, which I also love, and I love equally as much as I like Avatar: The Last Airbender. So very interested in these. I really want to read these really soon. These just sound like they're really going to be up my alley, so I'm excited. Also have What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli, who I've never read by Becky Albertalli, but I have read They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This is about 2 guys who meet in a post office, and it's what if it's I think it's what if we're supposed to be together? I'm here to find out. Okay, we're gonna see if y'all are supposed to be together. So yeah, we'll see. Next up, I got Call Me By Your Name by Ostman. This cover is beautiful. This cover, stunning. And it has people on it, which normally we all hate, but I don't mind it in this case. I kind of know how this ends because I've heard people discuss the ending, but I still want to read it. I think it's like one of the few male-male romances written by an actual gay man, so I need to do more of that. Read male-male romances written by gay men because, you know, I do have a lot of favorite male-male couples that are written by women, and I think that's fine, but I also need to like also support this. I just know it's about two boys who meet and they get on a bike in Italy or something. I really don't know, but I've heard the writing is really good, so I plan to read it. Next up, we have 100 Years of Solitude, which apparently won the Nobel Prize and is like the invention of the genre magical realism, which the Night Circus is kind of magical realism, and I don't know if I like magical realism, but I feel like people kind of say this is the gold standard for what it can be and what it can do. Maybe. I really don't. I know that it's following a family in a fictional city of Macondo. I just flipped through this and saw that it has basically no dialogue. So that will be a different experience for me because normally I read books with a lot of the story being told through dialogue, and I like dialogue, so I'm not sure. We shall see. I'm willing to give anything a shot. You know, I don't think that it's hard to know if you're gonna enjoy something until you actually start reading it. So I wanted it. Here it is. I'll give it a shot. Next up, I have The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is in an absolutely stunning edition that, first of all, also, I didn't realize this, but a lot of the books on my wish list apparently have a blurb by Neil Gaiman. I don't have any Neil Gaiman books. I don't own a single one, and I have not read a single one, but I want to. And especially seeing all these books that I guess he reads a lot. I don't know. So, but let's just take a minute here. These end pages for The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't really know. Never seen the movie. I know this is supposed to be funny. I know this is part of a series, but I think I'm going to read it as a standalone, probably. And number 42 is important, and I mean, high praise. But the main reason also this was put on my radar, or a big reason that I want to read this, similar to why I want to read His Dark Materials, is because it's one of Cassandra Clare's favorite series, and I think it influenced her work, I think, because I don't know this came out first. This had to have come out first. I don't know when this came out. I don't know when this was published. But I want to read this because of Cassandra Clare's favorites list, and I want to read this because of Libba Bray's favorites list, because Libba Bray's one of my absolute favorite authors. So look at that reflective foiling. Stunning. And this has, ooh, baby. Yeah, really glad I asked for this edition. Okay. The Great Gatsby, which I think I read in school, and I did see the Leonardo DiCaprio adaptation of it, but I want to go back and read the book. And I also am just now interested in the 1920s because of the Diviners and Libba Bray, and it's an interesting time period. I was interested in it before like the Diviners existed, but the Diviners just made me even more interested. I couldn't really tell you what happens in the movie, except I just remember like that scene where the girl is kind of like teasing him and she won't let him get it on with her, and she like puts her, like, I remember that scene for some weird reason. And then like it's just very excess. Like I just remember the book and stuff is very excess, and like I think there's a significance to these eyes. I don't really know what it means. I don't remember like fully discussing it and unpacking it in the classroom, so like feel free to let me know if you know. But who doesn't love books with like eyes on the cover? Like, I don't know. This is also like really short. This is literally only 110 pages, so I mean I could get through this like in like 2 days probably if I wanted to. Next we have The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss, who wrote The Name of the Wind back there, which loved that. It was a 5-star read. This, I don't know, I know it follows a character named Arya. This is also illustrated, which is very exciting. I am so glad to know that I asked for these, like, I didn't even realize. Well, apparently it follows a character named Arya, who I honestly don't remember meeting. I don't remember much about her. I don't remember how she's introduced. I think if I really push my brain, I can remember, kind of. But I will just have to reread The Name of the Wind. Boo-hoo, wah-wah, not sad at all about that. To maybe or maybe I can just look up like when she's introduced in the book and read that part. And then read this. We are manifesting like book 3 soon. Book 3 for I still haven't read The Wise Man's Fear, which is the second book after The Name of the Wind. This is part of the same world, and it follows one character in The Name of the Wind. If you don't know, like it follows her. And I mean, even at the beginning of this thing, it says, literally, Patrick Rothfuss wrote, "You might not want to buy this book. It's not the sort of thing an author's supposed to say." But basically he's saying it's not extending the plot at all. And I don't care, because I just want to read in this universe, because I really like the world that he's created. I really like his prose, and I do like the story. I like what he has to say. So I want to read it. I also got The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. So according to what I can gather from the synopsis, it's a chosen one book. I don't know, it kind of sounds like we've done this before. Like, it just says that she's one of the sisters who hasn't done anything remarkable, but I guess something's gonna happen to like change that. I don't know, this feels kind of fairy tale-esque, which I like. So I'm excited to dive into this one. I know this is just a trilogy also, so I don't have the whole set, because I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about the first one. And I'm hoping this is I'm hoping this is a trilogy where like it's a consecutive story, like it's direct sequels. I like continuous plot lines. I don't know if I like following a different character in each installment. I don't know if I've read anything like that exactly, but right now I would say I like a continuous storyline. So I think this is that, but I could be wrong. I'll read it and let you know. Next up, I got The Black Flamingo, which we just really have to take a minute here and just appreciate the absolutely stunning, can you see that? There's like flamingos under the dust jacket. There's like little things at the beginning. This is apparently about a man who discovers drag and his life experiences with that and how he becomes the Black Flamingo. And it talks a lot about like gender and like gender identity and just what it means to be masculine and feminine, I guess, in a way. So I'm excited for this because gender is a social construct. And it's told in, also, if you didn't see, this is in verse, so I'm sure I can read this relatively quickly. Next up, I have The Goose Girl, which is a retelling of The Goose Girl. I think she can talk to swans. I wonder if it has anything to do with that movie, The Swan Princess. I've seen that, but I don't think so. I don't know. This is apparently about a girl who gets married off in the faraway kingdom, and like she can talk to swans and birds. So it feels very like Once Upon a Time-ish, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. So, I need to rewatch that soon because I love that show so much. Yeah, so I want to give this a shot because I like fairy tale-esque stuff, and that's why I was on my wish list. I also have Warcross by Marie Lu, and I have not read anything by Marie Lu, but now I now own this and The Kingdom of Back. So The Kingdom of Back, I really want to read. I might read this first because I know it'll probably be easier to read because I think that she took a more classical writing approach in The Kingdom of Back, which that's a book which absolutely stunning. This is about Mozart's sister. Haven't read it, but I really want to. I love the first line in this book so much already, so I really want to read this. But we are talking about Warcross, which is what I got for Christmas. This is about a girl who hacks into a game on accident. Like she glitches herself into the game and then people are like betting on her, I think, from what I can gather. I will read it and let you know if that is true or not, but I have heard good things. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone, I know people say like it's annoying how often we're reminded she has blue hair, so we'll see. There's that one. Finally, this might be the one I'm the most excited for, maybe, because as I just said, I like fairy tale-ish stuff, and this is adult, but it is The Bear and the Nightingale. This is actually a lot taller than I thought it would be. I mean, just in comparison, you know, like this is about Vastia. I've heard her name so many times. Basilia. I don't know. This cover super intrigues me. It just looks stunning. All the covers. I think all the covers for this whole series are stunning. And I really want to read this, and hopefully this can be added to my like all-time favorite adult fairy tale-ish books. I really don't know. I've heard it like as someone, I watched somebody's vlog that was like reading it, and I know she can, I think, talk to animals and like spirits, and like it just feels very folklore-ish. And I want it. So those are all the books I got for Christmas, which is very exciting. So let me know if you have read any of these, any that I should bump up on my TBR, any that you would love to hear my opinions on. If you made it all the way to the end of this long ass video, then feel free to leave a comment of what you got for Christmas. I'd love to hear. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.